Paul Graham from Optimal Body Personal Training. Today I'm going to talk to you about getting off track with your nutrition. One of the big things I try to explain to clients is that getting off track with your nutrition isn't a bad thing. This is really hard for people to understand at first. Most people get so caught up in beating themselves up because they look at getting off track as failure. It's easy to see how a person would think of this. The problem is that getting off track, this is literally how you figure out what you need to do to actually reach your goals and get there. Most people are mistaken and think that it's going to be a linear path to reaching their goals. Having coached thousands and thousands of people, I can tell you it is never a linear path if you have any type of goal that takes more than just a few weeks to accomplish. The reason I bring this up is I had a client the other day who was telling me she got really off track with her nutrition on the weekend. So she'd been making a bunch of new habits, and then she started having a whole bunch of food that she hadn't been eating for a little while. And she had it in larger amounts. She came back telling me she felt horrible. She's like, I haven't felt this way in so long. I've been feeling so good lately, and man, do I ever feel crappy. And this is a great example of exactly what I'm talking about. Her getting off track and eating those foods isn't a bad thing. And here's why. That's one of the things that helps to keep people motivated and continuing to make good choices and sticking with the good positive habits they've made. Getting off track and feeling, wow, this doesn't feel good when I do this, doesn't that make you more likely to want to stick with the new habits? That's actually building motivation intrinsically to stick with your new habits. And I'll let you in on a little secret. The same thing happens to me. It happens to anybody who eats really healthy or eats really clean. They'll get off track, they won't feel very good, and be like, oh yeah, I forgot how crappy this feels. I want to get things back on track. The difference between people who get back on track after a weekend like this versus people who struggle to get things on track again is usually that the people struggling to get things on track again, they usually look at it as a failure. So I've ruined all of my progress. I've totally wasted my time instead of seeing it for what it really is. It's just motivation to get things back on track and realize this is why I want to make these changes. Getting off track is all part of the process. The quicker someone can start to accept that that's part of the process and it's not a failure, the more likely you are to start getting off track less and less. And you're going to be getting back on track that much quicker. And this is one of the big keys to getting results that actually last.